Hello everyone, welcome to this course series on Kingdee AI Suite. In this session, we will focus on fixed assets. We will explore the content in 4 parts: product concepts and architecture, key concepts, business process flow and highlights, and core features. Now, let's take a look at the product concept of fixed assets. Centering on asset cards, the enterprise's fixed assets are subject to full lifecycle management, which covers procurement, recording, receiving changes, count, depreciation, scrap and clearing, and more. Then, we have the product architecture. It includes basic settings, initialization, receipt management, daily management, asset count, depreciation management, period end management, and report inquiry. Let's look at some key concepts. Accounting policy refers to the combination of a series of accounting policies related to asset accounting, such as the currency in which it is measured, the type of accounting calendar to be used, the depreciation method to be used for each type of asset, the estimated residual value rate, life, and more. The owner organization refers to the organization that has the right to manage the assets, which may be authorized by the owner organization to manage the assets. Now, let's take a look at the business process flow. It consists of 6 steps. First, we maintain basic data. Then we enable fixed assets and enter initial data. Once the initial data entry is complete, we can finish the initialization and move on to daily asset management. At period end, depreciation provision is performed on the asset cards, followed by accounting. After accounting is completed, we can close the period and proceed to the processing of the next period. The system has 3 key features. The first feature supports parallel accounting under multiple accounting policies to meet diverse enterprise accounting requirements. The second feature is the asset homepage. It provides an overview of the company's assets, such as total assets, depreciation in the current period, number of outstanding documents in current period, asset composition, and alerts based on remaining depreciation periods. The third feature is depreciation projection, enabling inquiry of depreciation details of fixed assets within a future period range. Next, let's take a look at some core features. The Enabled Period Settings feature supports setting a period when the system is enabled. The data configured during enabled period is automatically generated based on the child organization of the accounting system and the applicable accounting policies when the accounting system is saved. When the fixed assets system is enabled, the historical assets of the enterprise need to be recorded in the system as cards for initialization. This can be done efficiently through batch import using Excel. The system supports integration with the front-end purchasing system, allowing the enterprise to manage purchased assets efficiently. Next, let's take a look at Purchase to FA. This feature enables conversion from a receipt registration notice to a purchase to FA for fixed asset registration after material, either goods or asset type procurement, is completed, or conversion from a miscellaneous issue to a purchase to FA after receipt. Asset cards can be created through conversion from the CIP to FA or purchase to FA, manual creation, import from Excel files, transfer, and inventory gain. We can view physical object information, financial information, and changes in records of clearing and depreciation on the asset card page. If depreciation expenses of fixed assets need to be allocated based on multiple dimensions, you can click Allocation Settings in the asset card list to configure the allocation. Allocation can be done by customer, supplier, expense item, project, or user department. If a fixed asset only needs to be depreciated and allocated to a single user department, you only need to maintain the department on the asset card. No additional allocation settings are required. Now, let's take a look at Asset Change. The system allows you to modify fields on the asset card, and batch changes are also supported. When financial information such as the original asset value is changed, the impact of the change can be adjusted retrospectively or applied prospectively. Retrospective adjustments are mainly used for error corrections. For example, if the original asset value is entered incorrectly during recording, and later you change the original value, the asset should have been depreciated using the original value after change from recording. In this case, you would select Retrospective Adjustment. After the change document is approved, the system will calculate depreciation based on the original value after change. It will also automatically adjust prior period depreciation differences by including them in the depreciation amount of the current change period. Prospective application is used for changes in accounting estimates. For example, an asset is originally estimated to have a usage period of 36 periods. But later, due to new technology, its usage period needs to be shortened to 24 periods. In this scenario, you would choose prospective application. Now, whether the depreciation impact takes effect in the current period or the next period depends on the settings of the asset category, under the corresponding accounting policy and asset policy. Next, let's talk about asset impairment. When the payable amount of an asset falls below its book value, impairment provision needs to be made for the asset. After the impairment document is approved, the system automatically updates the impairment provision and the net amount on the asset card. When a fixed asset is damaged, scrapped, or needs to be scrapped, the system supports asset clearing, including batch clearing. Asset clearing can be performed based on quantity or based on amount. Then, we have asset split. An asset card can be split into multiple pieces for separate management. The system supports two splitting options: keep the original card and not keep the original card. You can split by quantity or by amount. The system supports mean split and proportional split. Then, let's review asset consolidation. This feature allows you to transfer the values of multiple asset cards into an existing card. After the consolidation document is approved, the source cards are automatically cleared, and the target card is updated with the new original value and other information. Assets can be transferred across different organizations. In the Transfer Out document, you simply select the assets to be transferred and the Transfer In organization. Once the Transfer Out document is approved, the system automatically generates the Transfer In document. After the Transfer In party confirms the Transfer In document, the system creates a new asset card for the Transfer In side and generates an asset clearing document for the Transfer Out side. Under international accounting standards, enterprises can revaluate and adjust the value of their assets based on fair value. The system supports revaluation by revaluation rate or original asset value. After the asset revaluation statement is approved, the system automatically generates a change order and automatically updating the original asset value and accumulated depreciation. Then, we have the asset depreciation document. This document records depreciation for the asset during each period. It supports manual modification of the depreciation amount in the current period. You can also view depreciation allocation details and the original asset value and other calculation data at the depreciation provision time point. Before conducting an asset count, the enterprise needs to create a count scheme and define the count scope. The system supports selecting multiple asset organizations in batch. You can also filter the assets based on any fields on the asset card, including custom fields. The system supports setting the inventory mode to include quantity, user department, and storage location for counting. Count tasks can be split by asset category, storage location, or user department, and the system will generate multiple count sheets. The system allows you to query the count report associated with the count scheme and monitor the progress in real time. The persons responsible for the count can perform the count based on the count sheets. They can enter the count quantity manually or import them in Excel. Employees can also complete their own personal asset count through My Asset. During counting a field such as user department or storage location, if the physical object information has changed, you can enter the updated user department and other data. After the count sheet is approved, the system automatically generates an asset change order to update the user department or any other changed information. After the asset count sheet is approved, the system automatically creates gain, loss, documents. The system supports conversion to asset clearing documents based on inventory losses. The system also supports conversion to asset cards based on inventory gains. That concludes the introduction. Thank you.